Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about beliefs and the power of belief. Now I'm sure all of you are familiar with the placebo effect, but this is where someone who has a disease or an illness is part of a trial and they are given a sugar pill instead of actual medication, but yet because they believe that they are being given medication that is going to help them get well, there are a certain percentage of those people who actually do recover from the illness or disease. And this has been proven over and over and over again, hence the fact that it actually has a term, the placebo effect. So we know from this is a testament to the power of belief. It shows that what we believe and hold in our minds to be true can even have an effect on our physical bodies, even to the point of healing us of some type of disease. So, for those of us who can see the Bible changes, we have to realize there is a belief out there held by most people that the supernatural does not exist, that the supernatural is an impossibility. And this has been ingrained in their heads by society and the school system. They are told over and over and over again in their education as they grow up that there is no such thing as a supernatural, and science tells them that there is a rational explanation for everything. Now, I would venture to guess or to say that most of us, probably well over 90% of us, who can see Bible changes and other changes in our reality, have prior to this experience had a supernatural experience, or actually probably several of them in our lives. So we don't have this limiting belief. We already knew before we started seeing things change that the supernatural is real and that it actually happens. So we don't have this problem. But for those who have been taught their entire lives and have been brainwashed into believing that the supernatural simply is not real, this is a very limiting belief for them. And we have to understand that we're not just trying to convince them that something supernatural has happened, but we are trying to convince them that the supernatural is happening on a grand scale. So we have to understand and be patient and realize that it is just extremely difficult for them to wrap their head around the idea of what we are trying to present to them. And then there is another belief system that they have, and particularly those our Christian brothers and sisters. Most of them have the belief that it is impossible for the Bible to be changed, that God simply would not allow the Bible to be changed. And I can certainly relate to that belief, and I'm sure most of you probably can too, because I once believed that. I believe firmly that God just simply would not allow for His instructions and His messages that He has sent to us through the Bible, that He just simply would not allow them to be changed or altered. And I still struggle with that, because even though I'm making videos and have seen this stuff going on for almost 2 years, I still struggle with it. And matter of fact, if it wasn't for the fact that I have my very own residual evidence, I have my own experience where I have a Bible verse that I had copied and pasted into an outline and had also taken a picture of it from my Bible, if I had not seen those things change, then it would still be very difficult for me to accept the idea that the Bible could be changed. And for those of you who don't know, I made a video about that. It's called How I Know the Mandela Effect is Real, Exhibit 3. So you can watch that video and see my testimony about my own personal residual evidence. So what we have to realize when we're talking to our friends and family is that they have a pair of very strongly held beliefs. One, that the Bible cannot be changed, and two, that the supernatural does not exist. So We need to be very patient with them. We need to be persistent, and we need to be in constant prayer for our friends and families that we are trying to awaken to what's actually going on. Now, I know I went about a year with my family, with everyone thinking I was crazy, that I needed to seek professional help, because none of them could see what I could see. But I continued to present different things to them until finally I have 3 family members now who can see changes in their reality. And it's because I finally would find something that was such a strong memory for them that they were absolutely certain and just knew for a fact that it was different than the way it supposedly is now. So that was my foot into the door, and once I got them to see that, I was able to get them to understand that there are changes in other things. So again, my message in this video is that we are dealing with beliefs that are very strongly held to the point that their minds will just, even though they see scriptures that are completely absurd and so blatantly obvious to us that have been changed, because of their strongly held beliefs, their minds will try to rationalize ways that allows them to hang on to these beliefs, because it's very difficult for someone to take a belief that they've held for a long time that they are certain about and have it challenged. They just simply, in most cases, just won't even look at what you're showing them. So again, it is possible to wake people up. I've had some success at doing it. I know there's other people out there that have done it. I'm sure some of you listening here have had success. So we just have to be patient and persistence and continue to pray for our brothers and sisters. Okay, guys, that's all I have to say for now. Until next time.